down payment. Is it help for first-time homeowners, home buyers, assistance, and this is funded through the home grant. Did you have any questions for Jeff on this? 16 is from DPW, Mr. Bob, to pay for roofing on the compost site for an amount of total of $12,300. Any questions for Mr. Bob on this? How old is that roof?
I know it's very old and it needs to be replaced. I think it's leaking.
This has a hole, a physical hole in it. It's not just leaking. Charlie, what is it? A 3-foot wide hole?
3-foot wide hole. And the building's about 20 years old. Jerry Lamran built it. And my question is, why are we paying for it through the building authority?
Why are we what?
The building authority.
I'm just trying to stay consistent. I think this is typically where this is funded from, and I think there's a budgeted line item for it.
Well, I would think that all maintenance of buildings would be from the building authority, wouldn't it? Don't we do that?
You could, but because that's a kind of an enterprise fund, it's not an enterprise fund, but it's a separate, I know that historically we have funded different capital improvements out of that account. I mean, to your point, Councilman, I don't think it's going to impact anything else anywhere down the line. If in fact it does, you could make that amendment at that point in time, because I think it's an eligible expense from either account.
I just thought it would come out of there. Okay, thank you.
Do we know if we've used Home Improvement Solutions in the past as a vendor?
Jason, I know, is in the CDBG or TCDC meeting next door. They don't sound familiar to me. That's not a name that I recognized. I suspect purchasing did vet them to make sure that there's no claims against them, or at least they're in good standing and meet the test of that's set out in purchasing. But we can ask Jason for some type of verification, unless Keith, I don't know, did anyone mention?
No, the quotes were really close.
Yeah.
On all of them. So, I mean, they were very competitive.
And the problem is,
Very
it
low.
all started,
None with Trey.
nobody took care of it, so now it got bigger, and started rotting, so it ended up, this could have been a $2,000 repair 5 years ago.
But we're going to do the whole roof.
Yeah.
Correct.
They are, I did see that they're a Taylor company?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not familiar with them.
yeah.
And item 17 is to demolish the house on Eureka for an amount of $19,360 by the Farrow Group. Did we use them before?
No, Madam Chair, excuse me. They have done other demolition work for other cities. This is kind of an interesting situation, but we actually didn't own the home, correct, Jeff? This is one of the ones we took back on the blight package from Wayne County. This is that house that's just to the west of Telegraph on Eureka, on the north side of Eureka.
We put out the whiteboard in it.
We have had recently 6 fires in there from people that get in there and they're trying to keep warm. We really need to get it down. We talked about delaying it to try to bundle it into a bigger package. I'm afraid that just due to the amount of fires that we've recently had, I'm afraid that any delay is going to cause further issues, and we're recommending just approving it. I believe that the company they have been a background check has been done, correct, Jeff?
Yeah, we do background checks, SAM checks, MDEQ checks to vet them.
Plus we need to get rid of this package. Discuss this for
So there are multiple checks done to make sure that they're a reputable company.
But to your question, Councilman Garza, I do not believe that we've used them in the past. I think the only ones that we've used is the recent one of Able and Berkshire, and I don't know if either of them bid on this. Did they, Jeff? Do you know?
I'm not familiar. able to not. I don't think Berkshire did either.
I know Berkshire, we had a lot of issues meeting the deadlines, and they were months out from after approval, so.
They just finished that 10-house package. We didn't want them bidding until they were done with that.
I think that was awarded in June.
That's what I was gonna ask, I mean, I know we bundled some, but this seems a little high to me.
This is a one-off.
Okay, that's.
And there's I believe there's still asbestos remediation on this site, as well as a curb cut issue,
Yeah.
because it's a county road.
That won't be a controlled demo, that'll be a full abatement.
This is an old lady.
Mhm.
It's a pretty nasty eyesore, it's sitting right on Eureka Road.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
I know I've had to personally call the chief a couple of times to have somebody come over there and chase people out of there. Yeah, it's complicated because I think there's neighbors that they think they're doing the right thing, they're dropping food at the doorstep, and it's encouraging more people to come over there. So I mean, Lanny's sent me pictures of hot dogs and hot dog buns that are being dropped off at the door, and, you know, we just need to get it down before something really bad happens.
But from what I've been told, that Coney Island, some of their leftovers at night end up over there.
That would make sense.
It's right next door.
Okay, item 10, this is to approve the agreement for Fish and Loaves, Santa's Magic Forest. 19 is to approve North American Systems International for firewall, for IT. I just wondered why there was a copy of a quote in here for the school district. Was that just what it is?
Madam Chair, it's probably a mistake by Dell that they picked school district
Oh,
instead
okay.
of City of Taylor.
Just checking to see if we look at our package.
Obviously, you passed the test.
Item number 20 is to approve a one-year scanning software maintenance license and licenses for RICO, who we currently use, right?
Yes.
And this is a renewal.
8-year renewal.
Okay. Any questions? Motion to receive and file, this is 21, approval of renewal of CoStar subscription for a period of 1 year to include the state of Michigan for an amount of $11,173.08. I don't know what this is.
George or Jerry, you guys want to explain CoStar?
I could.
Or maybe both with what you guys each do with it?
Madam Chair, if I could, I believe Tifa has approved the fund, payment of its fund through George. But what CoStar is, it's a software database that assessors and appraisers use to determine commercial sales information and lease information. My office uses it to establish market values for appeal purposes and to set values for our commercial and industrial class. And I believe we pay $900 a month. It's a monthly fee, roughly $938, which equates to just under $12,000 a year.
The economic development uses it as a market arm. You know, whenever I get businesses, industrials, or looking for property, I go on the CoStar site. I also list our properties on the CoStar site, land, buildings.
Okay, number 22, this is to receive and file a HIPAA approval for resurfacing on Eureka Road for $1,264,075. Is this additional to what we're already doing?
Madam Chair, I believe last meeting we approved the intergovernmental agreement. This is just the funding for the intergovernmental agreement.
Easy for you.
IGA.
3 times fast?
No. Maybe at 9 in the morning, but not at the end of the day. So this is, it incorporates Our 20% match for the resurfacing component, it incorporates some of the sidewalk aspects as well as some of the street lights within that section of it.
And we're still talking Allen to Greco.
Yes, because they're also in the process of going through from Racco to Telegraph and looking at it or bidding out the modernizing of those traffic signals in the near future, but that wouldn't be part of the IGA.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
There's, Madam Chair, this, if you remember in the IGA, this also does take into consideration the, I believe it was $350,000 for the Menard Corporation, their portion of it as well, so that has been reduced, and this is what remains for the City of Taylor's match.
I don't remember, was Wayne County within the
Well, it's funded through Federal Aid Committee. They pay 80% of the resurfacing. So the resurfacing is roughly 3.6, 3.8 million, somewhere in that area. We have 20% of that, plus the additional cost for outside of the scope of the resurfacing.